Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the MRL Challenger Series. Tonight we are coming to you live from Party Central. I'm sorry, I meant Talladega, the motherland, as some might call it. It's wide, four deep. It's gonna get wild. It's gonna get hairy tonight. We got a lot of things on the line. We got people on the cutoffs, people just below the cutoffs. I think it's a 2 point buffer. The cutoff line above and below. So a lot of interesting things that happen tonight. And another key element is Xander he has shown up now. So that's no longer a storyline. But yeah, I think it's going to be a race. Talladega seems to bring fastest everyone kind of on an even plane, kind of who can call their own smartest race. Tonight I'm joined with our producer was the only word that came to my head, but our lovely leader, Mr. Private Patton. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Because of Zaner joining in last minute, unfortunately, Tomboy will be the one driver that will be, I guess, a quote unquote D and Q. Um, so that's very unfortunate because Sauce was in here, but it looks like he gave on up his qualifying position in order to drop to the rear. So that is super unfortunate about how all this is going. But I guess we'll have to boot Tomboy. He will get points for just showing on up. So yeah. Super unfortunate for him because he came in from another league. But yes, Talladega. Could you send me a couple of invites, please? But yeah, Talladega is here for this race, and we have a lot to talk about because we have the round of eight finale. As you may have guessed in the title, we are looking at a. Also, Nathan, can you please message them saying that we are rolling? Please and thank you. So, because of that, we have 2 points separating the cut line right now. We have Nathan that is the cut, so our inner supporter is going to have a lot of pressure going on him right now. But I'm sure he can get around that. But other than that, though, we have a big points gap between, not really big at all, actually. It's 2 points below for a Bass Buck and 9 points for Sauce. So, interesting decision by Sauce to give on up his qualifying position in order to get that. I guess number. By the way, Nathan, you are echoing a little bit. So, with that, I know we can join, and this is going to be a very interesting because Nathan, as you point on out, we had Xander that was unable to make qualifying. That would have been a different story by himself. Is if he was not able to actually race, then there was actually a world where he actually could have not been able to advance to the round of six. But by essentially him racing, he's locked on in. So last week's winner of Elite in in P2 in the standings. Unfortunately, he had he won. So unfortunately for the rest of the field, he is locked into the rest of field or round playoffs. I should say, oh my God, I'm tripping over my entire words right now. So I'm pulling up the points and stats right now, so I know exactly what I'm looking at. But yeah,
Fumbling
this
around like you just got woke up from a Saturday night at Talladega.
essentially, yeah, it is Party City, is what you pointed on out right there. But what a track in order to do some of these strategies. I guess it's a terrible track for points racing, much like any play track. Well, I guess it's entertainment, which is why the real life Cup finale is actually in Daytona regular season finale because it creates a lot of action. We have a brand new winner. You're in the playoffs. Since we don't have that, and the playoffs are already starting, a lot of these drivers are just trying to race for just the dub, honestly. And we do have one person that has already dropped on out of the draft. That is the 18 of Xander. I'm not quite sure what happened with him, but hey, it's just one of those things. But the rest of the field, though, all 15 other drivers are trying to get their way up here in order to get into position. Now, here's the question, Nathan. How many laps are in this stage?
9.
9? Oh, it's a sprint, so you guys are absolutely just going to be trucking it in order to get up there. I know, I'm fast with the zingers today. Ooh, it looks like Baseball Kid had a little mishap and actually had maybe put someone below the apron, but he quickly gets back on up here. He was trying to get in front of the 13, it looks like. Someone splitting up the middle. That is the 74 of Bass. The 22 of Keith gets walled right there, but he should be able to stay with the draft. So, unfortunately, that top side is going nowhere. As right now we have a lot of different drivers trying to get those points. And now, like I said, it is terrible if you are trying to just points race right now. But Nathan, I'm sure you are doing exactly what you need to do, honestly. You're not trying to go for the win. You are honestly just trying to just finish in front of the 74, honestly. Now, the 45, even despite being 8 points below the cut, essentially he does need a win. He is looking for a dub here in order to move on into the rest of the playoffs. But same thing with the 74. The 74 is going to be put behind the 8 ball if he is able to make up some ground. Now, he will do so in the long run because he is actually in the top 10 right now, but he needs friends. And right now, his direct teammate, I guess, is not in the draft. So, so the 74 has a lot of work cut out for him, is what I'm trying to say. But a big checkup on the inside is not going to help on out because it looks like it was maybe the 13 that got a little weird right there. But no harm, no foul in the slightest. This is Talladega, so essentially we're going to see a lot of single file racing here for a hot second. We do have some people trying to make something work, but I feel like it's a little bit too soon. You have the 68 Baseball Kid and the 74 of Basswood trying to do something, but no one is wanting to go with them. Everyone's trying to go side by side. This 4 of Cyber getting crazy loose on the bottom right there. And with all the checkups that are happening, the 74 is actually able to hold station with them. You can actually see that right there. It looks like the 13 will actually get checked on up. The 74 is going to go 3 wide. The 13 will get shuffled on out, but that is because PMR is starting to link on up. Look at the 74 go. Oh, the 68 absolutely getting walled right there. I'm sure we're going to be hearing that in the Discord here soon. Yeah, the 74 is trying to make that top side work, and he is the only one that is actually making it work by himself. Interesting strategy here, how all of this is working. But because of that, we have only the 13 and the 98 that have went up to the top side here in order to try to make something happen. That 74, Nathan, you can see is right behind you. Is that nervous? He's the only one that's able to actually work that high side by himself?
Not at this point in time.
Ooh, well, there we go. Pass for the lead, maybe. The 38 try to go high, and you can see the PMR train all go to the top side, and they will clear, and they will all make that that train up on down. That 24 and the 74 are going to be 3 wide here in the back of this pack, so they are going to be extremely tight. A little bit of contact, and that 74 is going to get put into the wall. Oh, my goodness, and that will end his Stage 1 hopes. As right now, he is all by his lonesome, and he is just trying to come on back, but that is just a victim of being tossed around right there. The 24 put him 3 wide, and just a little bit of ping pong from the bottom to the top. That is well, very unfortunate. But that doesn't mean the race is over. Of course, this is only Stage 1. We have 2 more stages left to go. Essentially, if I'm PMR, I'm probably looking at getting Lil Chris the victory, just to cement him in the playoffs or round of 6 firmly, even though if he finishes Stage 1, essentially he's good to go. Of course, I guess the 99 of WRX Mike, who, yes, did change number just for, I think, this race. I could be mistaken. Saying that the 87 has had bad luck for him. Of course, he's in a battle of his own right now. So having the 52 of Fire Slayer only being 3 positions right there, I'm sure he has a lot to think about on his plate as well. But how many laps to go in this first stage?
We're on lap 7 of 9.
So with coming to 2 to go, it's going to take a lot of work in order for this to kind of muster over. Oh, swing and a miss right there for the 56. He had the run, but no one went with him. So he is absolutely just going to get demolished here on the bottom. No one is going to want to go up high, at least for another lap. I can imagine all of these spots will be gained or lost in terms of just this last lap. So we're out to see how this is going to roll here. The 24 is moving forward. He has found his teammates. So that is going to be definitely good news for him. In fact, I'm actually going to go with 2 more laps to go. The 24 of Sauce has found his teammate of the 38 UK. He is down here on the low side. We'll have to see how that's going to roll here. But I do believe that is P8. I could be mistaken on that, though. So P4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, P8. Coming with the white flag here this time, you have the 98 of Monster, who is trying to make something happen there on that high side, but to no avail quite yet. He is going to find a hole, and he will have the 13 of Heron that will let him on in. So that was a very tip of the hat moment for him. So now what can happen here in this stage 1 ender? We're going to be seeing everyone kind of back themselves up. You can see the 8 is definitely backing up the field. Cyber and the 52 are right behind. So if I'm the 99 WRX Mike, I'm also backing up the field. So we'll have to see big check up coming for these guys. We'll have to see, though, what is the 8 going to do? Let's go on board with him for a hot second. So coming to the backstretch, no ground made. You can see that trying to break the draft, the trio of all of them, I think it's too little too late, though. The run is just not going to be made. So very interesting strategy how that just did not work on out. So coming to the trial, you can see the 3 are putting themselves in the middle of the track so they can block whatever run comes. And coming to the line, only the 1 position will be changed right there. The 88 Lil Chris will win stage 1 with Elite P2, Nathan P3. After that, I unfortunately was not able to get it. But yeah, stage 1 is done. 2 more to go. So if you in terms of the overall point standings, I will be doing that as we go on. So I know there'll be a little bit of a gap between my commentary and all that, but with drivers getting points and all that, I want to know what the cut line is. So let's see here. At least nobody's going home. That's funny. So, let's see. Nathan, I know you got P3, so I can start with that. Did Sauce get P7 or 8?
I can tell you. Oh, it's got 8.
Alright, I can work it from there. So, give me 1 hot second, guys. I'll be right there.
Carnage going on in the back. I saw some dirt flying, people driving, all over the place. Trying to
Yeah, so
settle in.
I'm doing points. What's going on over there?
I don't know. I think it's just people fighting for the bottom. I think I saw the O2 get bumped out of line coming out of 2 on the restart here. I think it's just coming down to people fighting for the bottom.
Interesting. Alright, give me 1 hot second. I'm almost done with this.
wish there was more I could say about Talladega for the viewers here. I mean, it's not as simple as just flat foot all the way around, but I mean, it's kind of as simple as just going as fast as you can all the way around. There's no breaking points, no little arcs to hit or anything. It's just keep it on the yeller line and hold her down. Push the guy in front of you.
All right, so I am back. So the interesting how Stage 1 kind of unfolded there in terms of the points-wise. Of course, Talladega, it really doesn't matter until the final lap of the final stage. But in terms of points racing and the playoff cut being so close, the playoff cut is now only 10 points between the 8 truck as well as the 74. So that's 10 points there. So with Bass not getting stage points right there, that may actually bite him in the butt. But then with Sauce getting some stage points, he is now 13 back. So it's becoming ever clearer that they may have to be in a must-win or have something go on with the 8. We'll have to see, though, as this shakes on out. Of course, with this stage, I do believe it's also 9 laps.
Yes, it is.
All right, so with this stage only being 9 laps, essentially, the 74 has to gain a little bit more ground. Sauce is still in P8 right there, so he's just kind of vibing, but he needs to close that gap. In fact, actually, I strike that. He is now up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. I apologize. So yeah, he's up to P7 right there, so he did move up a spot. But yeah, the 74 Bass needs some kind of help. I don't know what Xander's doing, but each and every time he's just been kind of rolling around. He needs the support of his teammate, honestly, in order to make something happen. So I know essentially Xander, I mean, in terms of the grand scheme of things, he just had to start. He's already locked on into the next round right here. But I mean, it's interesting, the dynamic of what the single driver mentality is as opposed to the team. There's always something more to do when it comes to Talladega, of course, because you want to plan forward. You want to plan where you want to be, what you want to do, like stuff like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I hate plate racing. I hate Talladega. I hate Daytona. But it's an interesting dynamic because we don't see this at any other track apart from like road courses. Road courses are another one of those tracks that you kind of have to set yourself up for. You can't just roll around and expect to do well. I mean, that's just not one of those things. At road courses especially, you can plan forward. You can try to gain track position by doing by short stopping the stage, doing what the IRL drivers do, meaning pit 2 laps before the final stage or before the green and white checkered. You can also go about and just hit your marks and be smooth. There's tons of more time you can find out on track. Talladega and Daytona, much the same way. Friends are going to be where you find them, and right now we're seeing a bunch of different places in teams up here in the top spots. We have Mopao in first, PMR P2, DEI P3, 93 Supreme P4, and actually, oh no, that's another Mopao P5. I thought that was Packers there for a hot second, but I'm mistaken.
That's PMR P5.
I'm sorry?
That's PMR P5, Mike's P5.
Oh, Mike's P5, so I apologize. Cyber's P6. We're actually just getting word as that Xander's having wheel issues, so that's probably why he's just kind of having a fun day. Well, I guess the best way to do it, best time for it to happen is actually at a plate track. So, I mean, so there you go. I guess that explains why he's not up here.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Oh, thank you.
The Xander thing.
Oh, sorry, yeah. But right now, everyone's just kind of running single file. Really, the only people on the back of the pack are the ones trying to make moves, and even then, they're essentially just kind of racing each other because whenever they make the move, no one's going with them. So essentially, just kind of going to be like one of those things that you can't really um, do much without. Um, in fact, even then, you're going to see like the 74. He did actually make up a spot right there, so I guess he's trying to make something happen. But no one is. Everyone's refusing to go with him. And again, he finds himself 3 wide with almost no space being given. So very dangerous spot that he's putting himself in. How many more laps to go at the line?
This is taking white here.
Taking the white, so you can see what the 88 is trying to do. The 88 is trying to build up the run. The 38 is putting himself in the middle to essentially put himself in a block. And by putting himself like that, he can block low and he can also block high. Like, exactly, prime candidate right there. The 88 had a run, the 38 put himself down low. Interesting how that worked on out, and he will go up the track a little bit, and in order to not pass himself on the yellow lines, he just kind of backed out. Very smart of him. Unfortunately, that did not help out the 8 at all, so he's going to be wanting to fight that 24 and that 74 in order to gain some of those stage points. But even then, it'll have to come down to probably at the line. We'll have to see. Going on through, coming out the line, the 99 steps on out, but the 38 will get the stage win. Real quick, can you just let me know where you, Sauce, and Bass finished?
10th, me 10th, Bass 8, Sauce 6.
6, gotcha. All right, let me do those points real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, so it is currently 8 points between you and Bass in favor of you. Bass is 8 points back, and Sauce is 9 points back. So we're gonna have a major stage 3 breakdown, or one of those 3 kick me from the server while disconnecting. Ooh, yikes. So Xander will be our first DNF for the night, so you can see him out on track right there. Unfortunate indeed, but hey, welcome to the round of 6. So yes, we're seeing a lot of the drivers here try to make up all of this time here on this initial giddy up here. Unfortunately, the 24 and the 74, in fact, actually the 8 as well, has found themselves on the high side, which is probably the most inopportune line to be in. But interesting how this is working out now. The 74 is now going to be in the sucker hole, but he can quickly find... Oh, but no hole is presented there on the bottom. He can try to get on in below this 22, and he will. So now the top side is nose and stern right now between the 38 and the 88, but the 88 will have a little bit of momentum, but will he stay with his teammate here on the top side? He may be waiting for him to kind of move forward, but look how tight that top side is right there. I love this shot. He may go low with the 99 being clear. Maybe. No, they're staying high, so they're just going to rock and roll that high side. Looks like a little bookkeeping. The 74 drops all the way back to the rear of this field. So unfortunate from him. The 24 is going to make a big move to the bottom. Oh, but now the 8 is going to be put into the sucker hole. No quarter given for the 8, knowing what's at stake. So the 88 and the 99 with the textbook move. And I'm sure the Mopower team is letting the 24 know, hey, what's going on right here. So now it's going to be a battle. The 24 is now on the flip side of this with the 8 and the 74 on the receiving end. So how many laps in this stage?
23 to go.
23 to go, and we will see a pit stop, correct?
Yes.
All right. It's because what's a full tank? Like 17, right?
15, I believe.
Oh, 15, yeah. We will 100% see a pit stop here. So now that is going to be the big thing of who will get on and off pit road effectively. Looks like we have one person that got lost in the shuffle here. I wonder if that's 98 a monster. I do believe. Yes, it is. The 98 a monster all by his lonesome up here. So definitely he is trying to make his way on up. But here in this 23 lap stint, we're going to be seeing pit stops here. Now, if you, I can imagine the stop here is to take no tires. I mean, that is the strat. Take no tires, good to go. But we're going to have to see here what these guys do because tires on the trucks wear out so much. So I'm going to be curious as to what's going to happen. The 74, ooh, big move to the bottom right there. Cutting off the 56 Shackett a little bit. So, yeah, we're seeing some big moves. People are pointing themselves in the place that they want to be in. Of course, as it stands right now, Elite, based off of where he is right now, has locked himself in the round of 6. Congrats to him. And also his finish in state. Well, I mean, he already was in the round of 6, I should say. But UK as well, with his stage 2 victory, has put himself in the round of 6. Congratulations. Lil Chris is still there, technically. He can point his way out, but essentially he needs to like lag out like right now. But essentially he's in. As long as he doesn't finish last, then we have something to worry about. Cyber, of course, is also in the same boat. He is basically good to go. So essentially, all that it's going to really come down to is if, one, we have Bass or Sauce go win this race, or anyone else that's not those guys, and how the points will shuffle. 74 of Bass is trying to make everything happen right here. You can see how desperate he is in his moves. In fact, actually, let's follow the 74 for a lap, because he is the one that's trying to make something happen, but no one in this stage wants to go with him. So let's, just like that, already rocking to the high side right here. So let's follow him on out. And actually, that's what's making him lose positions right here, is because of how aggressive he's trying to be. In fact, he tries that side draft right there with the 8, but to no avail. In fact, that may actually lose him the draft for a hot second. So he's got to like tone it down a little bit, saying, hey, you got to just ride right now. You guys got to pit stop. You don't know what's going to happen here. In fact, there he goes, makes another move. Xander, come get your man. What position are you in, Nathan?
12.
12. Hypothetically, let's do some math here. So as we follow Bass around for a little bit, let's hypothetically do some math. We can kind of do some clinch scenarios here. So give me 1 hot second. I'll be right back. So, you want to know something funny? Nathan?
Yeah.
So, you want to know something funny?
Yeah.
So, right now, if the race ended like this, in this running order, Sauce in P3 and you in P12, you guys would have a tie. Are you in P12 right now or P13?
I'm in P12.
All right. So in P12, that would actually be a tie. So I'm looking at the board right now and how everything's shaking on out. In terms of the overall tie break, it would go to the best finish of the round, much like in the real life. The best finish of the round will be deciding on who advances and who doesn't in terms of a tiebreak. Which currently, before this race, was in favor of, I do believe you, but I could be mistaken on that.
Bass just screwed my entire race.
Whoa, what the heck happened here?
He doesn't have a rearview mirror, apparently.
Oh my goodness! Oh wow! So while I was looking at my, oh my goodness! Well, developments happening right now. You can see just how desperate the 74 is getting. The 13's refusing to give that bottom to him because he did go below the yellow line. Ooh, 74 puts the 13 in the wall. Oh my goodness! Warning for aggressive driving by the 74. Xander, calm your man down. He is literally... Oh my goodness. Xander, please tell him to calm down. So, wow. Wow. Well, the 74 was below the yellow line. POVs can change. I understand that. From my POV, it looked like. All right, well, that's up to you. Yeah, from the from our POV, it looked like he went below the yellow line. That's why. That's why I was saying. So that's why POVs can change. Either way, let's get off that topic. Back in terms of the tiebreak. If that's literally if Sauce finishes third. If third or higher, essentially means, Nathan, you have to finish a spot higher. So if you finish as P2, you have to finish P11. If you finish as P4, you can finish 13th for the tiebreak. But the tiebreak will go into who finishes higher in the round. So. All right, Xander, we can look at it after the race then. Nothing will be done at this current moment. But it will be for best finish, best position or best result of the round, which currently Nathan will hold with P3. Meanwhile, if Sauce finishes second, then it'll go to him. So that's just how things will work on out. We can just kind of rule that out as we move forward. So let's check on in. And so, in fact, you moved up into P11 right there, right?
12.
So you're in P12. Okay. Yeah. So essentially, he, like I said, he has to finish in P3 or above in order to get the tiebreak. If he finishes in P3, then we move on to, I want to say the second best finish. So like, of the rounds, which in that case would be. Well, where did Sauce finish? Finished P9 in Iowa. You would finish P12, so that would probably be tiebreak to him. Hypothetically, of course. So we'll have to see. There's a lot of unknowns here. So we can kind of get off of that for the time being. As we kind of roll on our rounds right now, and who knows, even there are people that will probably speed here on pit road. Like, let's be real. I know these guys, and I know that as long as there is a pit road, someone will speed. So we'll have to see how that's going to roll on out here. Currently, P15 though is Packers. I do believe, right? Or is there? Oh no, that's Monster. P14 is Packers. P13 is Heron. P12 is Nathan. So that means P11 here is Shackett. So there's 11 trucks in this front pack. We should be coming up on pit stops here pretty dang soon. Currently, no movement from our top guys here. Nathan,
I got 2 laps left.
Oh, so we should be seeing pit stops here at least in the next lap. So the 88, who has been just gun-ho so far in this opening stint for this Stage 3, has been a big, at the disadvantage of leading while all that happens. So he will probably be pitting here in this lap. We'll have to see, though. Look for... Yep, there it is. There's a signal. So we're seeing a few others come on down. Looks like the 22, the 56 behind. No one else is stopping, though. The 38 with the last-minute call, so he will be pitting this time as well. So looks like we're going to be seeing, well, actually, we'll go with front to back cam right here with the 88 to see what's going to happen right here. So we're going to be seeing a sharp left-hand turn for these guys, and a lot of drivers coming on down in order to pit. Looks like 5. Ooh, big moves all around. The 74 probably gained the most out of all that. Now, obviously, the call here is probably to take no tires. That is the best way to go about it. That is the winning strat. But depending on tire wear, we'll have to see how and who takes 2 tires. So I'm gonna be on board with the 88 here. I'm assuming everyone else is gonna be coming on down next time, so we can see how that's gonna shake on out here. No one. I'm not seeing anyone else there. Oh, there goes the 88. The 38 as well, who will jump the 88. So the 38 with the top spot. And we're going to be seeing a lot of drivers kind of get disjointed with this front pack. They're not all leaving at the same time. Now here is the front pack all coming on down. The 24 being super conservative getting on to pit road. Looks like only 4 trucks this time coming on down. So these guys took 2. We're assuming that the others need to take 2. So let's go back on board with the 88 to see how this is going to shake on out. 88 trying to get past the 38, and he does right there. Oh, but the 38 is going to wall the 99 a little bit. The 99 kind of showing his disapproval right there. And the 02 is still going to be on the top side. The 74 is going to say, thank you very much. I'll take the low side. And now he's going to have a shot. Now here comes the 68, who looks like is jumping the 24 right there out of the pits. So where is the front pack in terms of everyone right here? So it looks like the 68, the 24 are going to be the top leaders. Here is... did they take 2? Oh, yep, there goes the front pack. Okay, so there we go. So they're absolutely hauling right now. Not quite sure what happened to the 74. Oh, there he is. There you go. He's back with you. So I wonder what happened there. Did he speed or what? But either way, though, unfortunately, that will end his chance at the playoffs should there be no caution. Ooh, the 24 is a mad block right there. Everyone going every which way, and the 24 is going to lose so many spots. The 88 going on through the middle, and same thing with the 99, the 02. They do not want to be split on up, and you can see the 24 trying to get on up right there. So it looks like he's going to settle on in P4 after gaining back 2 of those spots. Oh my goodness. Big moves all the way around. Just for reference, Nathan, where are you at right now?
13th.
13th. Well, that's exactly where you need to be right now because he is in P4. So as long as he finishes in P4, the tiebreak will go to you with the best finish of the round because you would match each other in points, and you would have best finish of P3 of the round because he's in P4. If UK is watching this, need to tell his driver this is exactly what's going on. Don't lose a spot. If anything, gain more spots. So this is going to be very interesting all the way around, how this is going to shake on out. Talladega, man, I don't understand why... in terms of like point battling and all that, how it can turn into something like this. But here we are with how many laps to go?
7.
7. We'll have to see with 7 laps to go how this is going to shake on out. And is that you back in the P12 right there?
Yes.
So okay, well there you go. Essentially, the more spots you gain means the more spots that Sauce has to gain. So, like I said, if I'm UK, and usually he watches this as it's going on, tell his driver that, hey, with Agent Orange moving up in positions, he needs to also move on up. So, Nathan, I guess just for you, P12, he needs to finish P3. P11, he needs to finish second. You know, that's what I'm saying. But if he does finish P3, he will win the tiebreak. So essentially, he needs to, for like a real, like, hey, this is like 100% what's going on. You need to have him finish in P4. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. So, well, there we go. It's interesting though. Chat, make some noise. Who are you rooting for right now? Because we've seen a lot of drivers. In fact, let's kind of take a note on who all got dropped out of this lead pack. Looks like the 22 of Keith, who this second path is um, hauling towards. Looks like Bassbuck as well. Not quite sure what happened with Bass, if he sped or what. But now he's back here. He needs to win. Unfortunately, if we don't have a caution, he is going to be out of this running for the playoffs. But if we look at this front pack right here, we do have 11, or sorry, not 11. It looks like 9 trucks that are in position to put themselves in a... Oh, Packers. What are you doing back here? It looks like he got dropped out of this pack as well. That was our heat winner in order to qualify. So I always look forward to when Packers will go and win a race. I know he's gone on record many, many times and saying how he doesn't like it. Neither do I. But, you know, it's just one of those things. Interesting. So Sauce right now currently still P4, and I know he's gonna wait until the last possible second. But unfortunately, he has a PMR train right in front of him. PMR has been so good on all the super speedways so far this season. With Locris almost coming close to the dub, and Sportsman, but got robbed of that by Memory. But also in the Daytona Cup race, I don't know why I said it like that. Elite Precision was actually able to go and get the top spot there. Same thing with Elite. Ooh, yep, very interesting call right there. Sauce, I don't think saw Monster coming, and he wanted to make sure that no one else was able to come on around. So yeah, we have a lot of talent in terms of the PMR group in order to know what needs to happen in terms of getting it done. Could you just let me know when it's 3 to go, Nathan, please?
Right now.
Oh, right now. Okay. And did you move on up to P11?
Yes.
All right. Well, that means Sauce basically has to finish in at least P3, or sorry, at least P2, in order to tie. P3, or sorry, even P4 is just not cutting it in terms of him making it right now. So the more positions that Nathan gains means the more positions that Sauce has to gain. 2 to go here. What can Sauce do? He's going to be our person of interest right now. I know Chris is going to be the one that is leading right now, but Sauce is our person of interest right now. Talladega has proven to be one of those races that anything can happen. And with a lap and a half to go here on the backstretch, I know he's setting himself up for something. But will they go with him? That is going to be the big thing. So with Nathan finishing in P11 means that Sauce has to finish in P2 at least to go and tie it on up. And he will get the tie break if he gets that. So it all comes down to this right here, ladies and gentlemen, the white flag. Like I said, I know the 88's leading. Normally we would watch this, but the 24 is the person of interest right here in order to make the round of 6. He's the only one that can make it to the round of 6 at this point. If he has something in his tank, what is he going to do? Coming on around turns 1, you can see the gap being formed on up right here, but will anyone else go with him? Will it be done? He has a big old gap between himself and Elite, but will everyone else get the message? Coming on around 3 and 4, it may be too little too late. We saw this before in the last time around. He is gassing it. He's trying to get something happen. He's going to go to the outside. The O2 is going to just let him have it. The 99 with the block, though, and that, unfortunately, will end his playoff hopes. Coming to the line, the 88 will get the victory, and the 24 will be out of the playoffs. Same thing with the 74. Oh, my goodness. Wow, the 99 with the mean block, and just like that, that is going to be curtains for the playoff hopes for the 24. Finishing, I do believe, P5 with that. It was, I don't know, it was a mess coming to the line. But yes, who is our podium, by the way?
Lil Chris, Elite Fire Slayer.
Elite Fire Slayer. Whew, well, I'm sure you are absolutely thrilled. Saved by the
Not
skin of
really.
your teeth, right?
Yeah and no.
Yes and no. Well, I guess we're going to have to see. I'm sure sparks will fly in the Discord. Of course, that is the playoffs coming on around right there. But yes, we'll have to see how that's going to shake on. Because you did finish P11, correct?
No, I finished 13th.
Ooh, well, 13th means that he had to finish P4. Who finished P4?
Sauce finished P7.
Oh, P7. Okay, yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got it. Okay, it's all good. Who are we waiting on? Oh, there we go. All right, so let's get our podium up in here because a lot to talk about at the end of that one. Let's get this done. So Sauce finishing P7, you said. Wow. Honestly, if probably he would have held station. I mean, who would have thought? Honestly, I mean, and going into that last lap, he had to make the move in order to try to get P2 because at that point you were P11. So with that being done, oh, I don't know. It's interesting how it all shakes on now. Let's get our podium up in here. So I know little Chris. All right, duh. Elite and Fire Slayer. Oh, cool. They're all like right next to each other in my friends list. Perfect. While we do wait on them, I know that was probably not the race that you would have wanted. Um, but we had Nathan. I mean, it was a roller coaster of emotions, right? All right, good talk.
Yeah.
Um, but so roller coasters of emotions. Um, we have a lot of interesting scenarios to look on out right here. But that was definitely probably one of the best ways for you in order to advance into the round of six. Like I said, hindsight's 2020, of course. Sauce probably just had to have just hung out station, but for all he knew, you were still in P11, so that's why he did make the move. But him finishing P7 just cements it all right there. So, oh wow, that was interesting. I think we're still missing on Fire Slayer. Yeah, we're still missing on Fire Slayer. So that is our P3 guy. But yeah, let's talk about at least with our P2 guy for a hot second. Um, Elite, you were already locked in right here. So this was already a pretty much a guaranteed win. Essentially, all you had to do was just I mean, honestly, push your teammates to victory. Now, I am curious as to if knowing. I mean, I don't know if you listened to the stream at all, but I did say that after stage two, Chris was already locked in. So I don't know if all bets were off and you were just like, all right, cool, I'm going to go for the win, or if you're still just content with pushing.
Going into this race, I told Chris, I was like, if you get a good amount of stage points, then yeah, all bets are off. But how the way people raced in that race, I wanted to make sure that nobody else but PMR won that race because a lot of people raced terribly in that race, especially Cyber. I don't understand. I got knocked down. I got a good restart in stage two, and he just came down like I wasn't even there. Then he did it again, coming off of two. Then you had some guys going below the yellow line, um, taking Heron. I just don't understand. Like that was just terrible. So I wanted to make sure that, like, once we got in sync, I was like, man, I just want to make sure that one of us win this race. Because if it wasn't like that, I mean, I would have went for the win because I knew that he was good after. the points that he scored, but yeah, that was not good. But good to see PMR get a victory. That was good. I'm proud of Chris.
Well, I mean, as we, I mean, I'm looking at the Discord right now, so you're definitely not the only one that shares that opinion. But it's a play track, honestly, and especially in it being the playoffs. I mean, like people were aggressive. People were trying to get up there. So I mean, you had to understand the reasoning why it was like that. But
I think
yeah.
I think that if you have a nose on somebody, a clear nose on somebody, you shouldn't just come down on them, and that's what Cyber did twice. So I don't think that's allowable. Just my opinion, but that was dirty. I mean, I gotta call it how I see it.
Well, if there's clips, please send them in. But I guess congratulations as we move into Bristol next week. If you thought the contact was bad, just wait until next week. Bristol, yeah, Bristol is going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, Elite P2, excellent job. Let's go over to
Thanks.
Lil Chris right now, Matt Crafton. Lil Chris, funny story. This is actually the first win not scored by UK, Elite, or Xander this season. It is race 12 of the season, and we just now have our fourth different winner. So congrats.
I appreciate it. I appreciate PMR. PMR really, it kind of goes back to the Sportsman Series. First race of the year was at Talladega, and me, Heron, and Trek, was all able to really get in sync and kind of dictate how the race went, except for the last lap. But this go around, we all made sure that we was all on the same page, who's doing what. And qualifying didn't go as what we wanted it to be. We all kind of got separated, in qualifying, but during the race, man, it was. I mean, everybody was working together. As soon as that last pit stop happened, I already saw that, Mike and Elite, they come out a little bit behind me, so I dragged just a little bit so I get away from Mo Power. And then, man, as soon as they got to me, we got that draft, we was gone. And I don't know if how y'all saw it, if you was on, when we come out of the pits or not, but when we made that, lead, that pass for the lead, oh my gosh, dude. I went high, and somehow Mike saw it, and Elite knew what Mike was doing, so I went
That was
high.
nice.
Oh man, Mike went down low, and Elite went down low, and then we all three come out together. I mean, it couldn't have worked out, any more perfect than how it worked out. I'm just really tickled with how everything turned out. I'm kind of hoping PMR might have a maybe even a top three, because I know I saw the 52 go below the yellow line when we was coming to the start finish line, but I don't know about Baseball Kid, but Baseball Kid was right behind him, so I'm hoping maybe they got penalized and PMR got top three. Sweet. So.
It's the I was actually just commenting on that in the Discord. So actually, he was pushed down. The lane was clear, but he got pushed down below the apron. So, and especially coming to the line, I mean, when he put down his nose below the 68, the lane was perfectly clear. Like there was a full truck length, and he was pushed down below. So that is no penalty in my eyes. So,
I got you.
yeah.
I thought it might have been the 68 then. I know they both had blue fronts, but I saw one of them. I thought when we come through the little short chute right there, I thought one of them dipped below the yellow line right there when all the chaos started happening. But overall, we ain't gonna let that kind of dictate how happy we are as a group, and everybody worked completely together tonight. And I'm glad I'm in the next round. I think me and Elite, I know Elite, but I'm hoping I can actually push that next little push to the end, and hopefully, PMR is going to win this championship, either me or Elite. And we're planning on it, so we're getting hot, so we just got to stay with it.
Well, there we go. With Bristol coming up next, it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to roll here. We do have our round of six field already, so that is going to be in not particular order. I have to see how points are going to kind of line on up. But it's going to be Xander, of course, Elite, Chris, you as well, UK, Cyber, and Agent Orange is going to be our final six, and our final six tracks, or sorry, round of 6 tracks, I should say, are going to be Bristol and Charlotte. Interesting diversity there. One short track and one tire wear heavy track. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to come up here. But with that, I guess we're going to close on out for the night. Lil Chris, congrats on the win. Like I said, first out of the non-top 3 of the season already score a win, and we'll have to see how that's going to roll here. Well, there we go. Actually have our final podium guy. Real quick, we were just about to finish. So real quick, Fireslayer, you got me?
I got you.
All right. Like I said, we were just about to finish, so good timing on that. So, real quick, Fireslayer, you're not in the playoffs, unfortunately, but you still have a battle between yourself and Mike, which you two have a friendly little banter back and forth between
Well, it
between
seems like they
yourselves.
want to get personal, but
Oh, well, I
after
didn't
that,
see that.
after
So,
that, I mean, no, I mean after tonight, I mean it seems like they want to make it personal, but
oh
I
wow.
don't. It's just fun for me.
Well, I guess that was interesting. I did not see that in the Discord. Hopefully, nothing like that was set up. But anyway, Fireslayer, though, you've shown speed at different tracks. Richmond as well as one of them. But unfortunately, the game kind of put you sideways. And as well as other tracks that you've shown speed. But unfortunately, things have just not gone your way. And this is your first podium of the season. Congrats, first of all.
Thanks. I think this is my second one.
Is it your second one?
Um,
I guess I'm just being
I don't
rude
know.
then. Anyway, go ahead.
No, I was just tonight was fun. I'm feeling under the weather. I caught COVID, so I'm just sitting
Thanks.
here trying to, yeah, sitting here trying to have a little bit of fun. And yeah, some things played into my hands there at the end and got what I got.
Well, I mean, first, stay safe, of course. That is going to be the big one that I'm going to say is, definitely put your health before a video game. But yeah, it's overall though, you have a interesting dynamic here, and I was mistaken. Darlington was your first podium, so I apologize for my mistake. Um, but yeah, excellent run here at Talladega. I mean, as we kind of close on out this season here, are you looking forward to Xfinity next season at all?
Yeah, run something different. Like I've been running trucks here for a little bit in other leagues. Just got tired of running like Cup, so run something different. And I've been enjoying myself running different series. And yeah, I look forward to running Xfinity.
Oh, there
I
we
don't
go.
have anything. I don't have anything, as far as setup knowledge wise with them cars. But yeah, we'll give it a whirl.
All right. Well, I guess with that, we're gonna now close on out for the night. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us here, guys. P1 Lil Chris, P2 Elite, P3 Fire Slayer. Excellent work here at Talladega. Excellent work from PMR in order to get that top spot. Sauce unfortunately came so close in order to getting it, but a P7 is just not good enough in terms of the points. In fact, actually, if I'm counting my points correctly, it was um, a 3 points behind, so very close. He actually overtook Bass in terms of points there. So, yeah, we'll have to see how Bristol's going to go next week. Until then, guys, see ya. Peace.